Who was the first artist you were able to?
Man, I think it was SpotemGottem. I think he was like the first. And
he's from Orlando, right, or Jacksonville?
Nah, he from Jacksonville. Yeah, he from Jacksonville. And then when that happened, I guess like that's what started the beef with like me and Say Cheese and shit. And because he was trying to interview me.
I didn't know you had a beef for Say Cheese.
I really didn't either, because he never said it. But all of a sudden,
was he working with SpotemGottem or something?
He signed him.
Oh, SpotemGottem was signed to Say Cheese,
and he was about to have a song with Dirk, and Dirk gave him the money back.
Oh,
right.
Shit.
I didn't know any of this either. So like, this is before I did any major interview. No Jumper reached out to me first. I told him I was gonna do that first. So I was waiting to do that before I did Say Cheese. After the SpotemGottem shit happened, Say Cheese never posted me again. The only time they would post me is if it was like some negative shit.
Some negative shit about you.
Yeah. Or they would post like a major thing that I covered. They would just exclude me.
Exclude your part of it, yeah.
So it was like common sense. Like,
well, I mean, I get it. I mean, look, if this artist is signed to me and you kind of...
Yeah, I didn't know though. So it wasn't like a personal thing.
But would you have not exposed him had you known that he was signed to Say Cheese?
Nah, I probably just would have told Say Cheese.
Like, hey, just so you know, homie's a rat.
Yeah, like...
Well, I mean, at least, I mean, that's the thing is like, I wonder, like, for you, like, if you find someone is snitching, have you ever not aired him out because maybe you have a relationship or...
Man, my homie did a video with somebody I exposed. And before the video released, I was talking to my homie. He was like, yeah, I just did a video with I was like, yeah? Well, I'm about to drop his body cam footage. So, you know, drop your video, make your money, but I'm still finna... And that's how it played out.
Damn.
So he dropped the video with dude, and then right after, I fucking blasted the shit, and...
That's crazy, man.
It is what it is.
Have you ever gotten anything wrong that you had to walk back a little, or you felt like maybe...
Track 100 in the YNW Melly case. Yeah, I misspoke on that one. It was something to do with him turning over the cell phone as evidence, and that having a negative impact on Melly. So how I corrected that was I did an interview with Track.
And let him clear it up.
Right.
Yeah.
We got the story situated because the paperwork aligned with what he was saying. So it was a misrepresentation. As far as like the snitching shit, it's really all like opinion, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it best with the Gunna thing, right? It's like, Gunna's only a snitch if Young Thug says he's a snitch.
Yeah, other than that, nobody gives a fuck.
Right. And I would you say that Young Thug's behavior towards Gunna since being released has at least insinuated that he thinks that?
Yeah. I don't think they're best friends anymore.
He's still signed to him, right? Like, there's like YSL still putting out Gunna's records.
I mean, money is money, but they're not. It doesn't seem like they're cool. So
yeah, it feels like just half of Atlanta just put him over there. It was
but that's the thing is you got to be big enough to make something happen. So like, I've dropped shit on people that have still maintained their career. And it's
I think
not like I was...
Boston Richie was one of your famous ones, right?
Yeah, that one went... that was
initially big. Really affected his career negatively. Because I think he got taken off of a tour.
I mean, people say that, but like, bro, like...
But he just had his biggest song of his career. Save Me is his biggest hit.
Like 6 days after that shit dropped, when I dropped that shit, he got signed for like $6 million.
True.
So who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, people are still going to have their opinion on that. Like, oh... He gave fake names, whatever, and I can show you what name was real and what name, you know. But it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I just think that like even if it's up for interpretation, the fact that you make a video about somebody, there's a stigma where you're like, yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, though, everyone has the mentality of he didn't snitch on me. I think people get it confused and they think that I genuinely give a fuck. I don't care.
You're just
YouTube
making content.
Pays me, bro.
Yeah. This is your gig.
If I wasn't making money off of this shit, I wouldn't give a fuck.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not gonna go do an interview with Boston Richie, right. And people have actually tried to make that happen.
People have tried to make you and him sit down together.
Yeah,
I think that'd be entertaining.
But it wouldn't end how, you know.
Yeah.
All one of us got to do is say something stupid, and it's turning into a whole nother situation.
Do the Vlad style. Do the fucking, you know, put him on a screen. Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean, but. It's just all a matter of, like, finesse 2 times was another one.
Yeah.
You know, so with his situation, He claims whatever. The paperwork says otherwise. I got in contact with all 3 co-defendants that got told on. They said what they said. People don't care.
What about so you did say something about someone who I consider a dear friend, my boy Greedo, 03 Greedo from
Okay,
LA.
well that's who I saw in Miami at Rolling Loud.
So you ran into him in Miami at Rolling Loud.
I didn't really run into him. I was
But you
inside,
guys are in the same area.
Yeah, I was inside the No Jumper tent, and Remo came up to me and was like, "Yo, you into it with Greedo?" I'm like, I mean, you know what happened? Like, we not fucking cool. He's like, "Oh, well, he's right outside the tent." I'm like, I bet. So I walked over.
Right.
It's like, I'm gonna show face. I'm not gonna sit in the tent.
You guys didn't chop it up at all?
Nah, he just looked my way. I looked his way. That was it.
Yeah.
We didn't have a conversation. There's not really nothing to speak on, you know? Because from what I heard, I was banned from L.A., and then right after I was banned from L.A., I went to L.A. and did another No Jumper interview. Like I said, the whole thing was people from his hood sent me the shit. All I did was cover the case. I don't give a fuck about Greedo.
Right.
I'm not saying that disrespectfully. I don't know him.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about his situation. This is the type of shit that I cover.
Yeah, you cover shit. I mean, that's what you do.
So it's like in his situation, trying to remember exactly what it was more or less like if me and you get pulled over and, you know, they find a bunch of shit in the car and I tell the police, like, yeah, I felt like he was doing some weird shit. You're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say that?
Right.
You know? So, I don't know. I seen some shit in the blogs not that long ago saying he just got robbed or some shit.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's fact or not. I don't have pressure with Greedo. You know what I mean? That's why when I seen him, I'm not going to run up and but I'm going to just move how you move. And he kept that shit pushing, so I kept that shit pushing.
Have you decided to not expose somebody for whatever reason, even though you have shit where you're like, maybe?
Yeah. I got a interrogation video on a big rapper.
Why haven't you dropped it?
Because I know what it's gonna turn into.
So when you say you know what it's gonna turn into in terms of,
there's certain topics that if I speak on it to take me out of the equation, it becomes a race thing. Right? Oh, he's trying to bring a black man down and he's a white man. That's when he must be an FBI agent, he must be a Klansman, he must be a this and that and all that.
yeah, like you're
shit.
a part of some CIA operation.
And the thing is, I already know that who it is gonna get a pass. So why do it?
Yeah, why stir up some shit?
Why stir up some shit that in a fucking 2 weeks nobody's gonna give a fuck about, and it's just gonna cause me more of a pain in the ass than anything.